What is up, guys? You find me here today in my living room because I've just taken delivery today from something very special which come all the way from the US. I have been a bit secretive about this on my Instagram page for the last couple of weeks. If you don't already follow me on there, obviously Lead the Bat Fan on Instagram. Been a bit secretive about what it is just because it's something quite special, so I wanted to save it and make a proper video of it as it comes, and I haven't even opened it yet, so I thought we could do that together. This might be a little bit of a hint, but let's take a look and see what's inside, shall we? So I'm just cutting the bubble wrap off now. Obviously, as you might have seen from a previous video of mine, a little bit of a change of heart when it comes to my collection. I suppose for the last couple of months now, I sort of realised that you got all this stuff just sitting there in a room and not really getting appreciated. So my collection's sort of slightly changing now. Obviously, I've started selling bits and pieces for the last couple of months, and I think there's certain Hot Toys figures and statues, of course, I'd always keep, like the ones that are most special to me, but I realised that I probably don't need one of every single character, or many of the same character. Like, I've got plenty of like things of the same character where you just don't need that many. So I think, like, in those cases, of course, you'd keep your most favourite statue of that particular character and then perhaps sell the rest. And of course, as always, the money you make in selling the items, you can reinvest in some other stuff. And when I say other stuff, things like this, which is something a bit different and something that is really special, rather than an expensive figure which really isn't going to get appreciated. And also, one thing I have been getting myself into recently is physical media, in the sense of Blu-rays and DVD box sets, because I've just got this thing about nostalgic series from when I was growing up, whether that's either animated series as a kid, like not just Batman, but all sorts of stuff, or certain movies. Just been sort of basically picking up different box sets when I found them cheap enough, and eventually I'd love to have like a whole shelf just full of like all my favourite series and Blu-rays, all on Blu-ray or DVD basically, that I can just watch anytime I like. So that way you don't have to rely on streaming or anything, of course. But anyway, let's get down to this. So, of course, everyone probably know how much I love Batman Forever, and in particular Val Kilmer as well. And I was looking on his website, which is of course valkilmer.com, and of course, those of you might know, he was a really keen artist. So I was looking on his website and I noticed there was various Batman items on there. Now, most of them were just sort of images from the film, which he'd signed, just photographs, which is cool, but of course that's all it is, just sort of images that we've seen lots of, either like Batman with the Batmobile or just one of him standing there, and of course he'd just signed the image, and it was fine. But I thought this was even more special because this is a piece of art that Val Kilmer himself has actually made. So how cool it is to know that I've got a piece of art that he has literally made with his own hands. And of course you get all the certificate of authenticity and everything. But yeah, like if I show you, so it's all wrapped up nicely, but it is obviously a picture of Batman with the quote above saying, "Chicks dig the car," and of course he's signed it here. And the interesting thing as well, he's done this on the back of a Citizen Twain poster, which again, some of you might know that it was, I think the last project he ever did before sort of losing his voice was actually a one-man stage show called Citizen Twain. And of course he was the lead. And in fact, he wrote the whole thing. So yeah, no doubt, obviously where he was trying to promote it, he would have had loads of posters made up and just sitting about in his apartment or house, whatever. And of course, he just took one, flipped it over and done this cool artwork on the back of it. So that's like a double whammy really, because not only is it just a cool piece of art and he signed it, but also it's on the back of one of his posters for his last ever show, which I thought was pretty neat as well. But I'll open this up now and we'll see what the certificate looks like inside. So we have the certificate here, and it's basically just confirming that it verifies that no other version or copy of this exact artwork is known to exist. yeah, so obviously got all that certified, and then we'll take the actual framed picture out of the plastic. Okay, so we've taken this out of the plastic now. So we've got some more stickers on the back just to confirm like it's an authentic Val Kilmer piece. And again, I'm not gonna like take it all apart now, but the interesting thing, as I said earlier, if you took all this backing off, you'll see that it's actually the back of a Citizen Twain poster. So, but yeah, again, here's the actual artwork. So again, it's just, I think it's so cool to think that like Val Kilmer himself has actually made this and obviously hand signed it as well. So it's a pretty special piece. And to be honest, I don't even think I'd put it on a wall because I'd be really worried about stuff like sunlight and that. I mean, it sounds silly, but it's just my Batman room does get a lot of sunlight in there. And yeah, it's just so special. I think I'd rather have this maybe like in the display cabinet or something rather than just actually on the wall. So here's a little closer look at the art itself. So I guess he would have used like a stencil, I suppose, and then spray paint. And it's like a sort of metallic kind of paint because it's got that shimmer to it. And when you look at certain angles, you know, you can see some slightly different colours in there as well. And then of course you've got the quote at the top saying "Chicks dig the car," and Val's signature. So again, something a bit different, but I just thought it was pretty awesome and something unique as well. Obviously, there ain't going to be many of these around. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll catch you in the next one.